Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to make a Barbie pink nail art design. I was going through my stamping plates and I was kind of looking through ones that I haven't used just yet, and you all already know which ones they are. They usually have those blue sticky kind of layer on top, so I was going through all of them and I came across this Barbie one, and I've had it for not too long, but also not, it didn't just come recently, and it was kind of on my radar for a very long time now. Actually, this is the one to play about with it and try something out. It is from AliExpress and it has such amazing different images on there, and I thought I'll give it a little play and see what I can create. The design itself is quite simple, very quick and easy, very if you're on the go and you want something kind of cutesy but you don't want to spend too much time on it, this is absolutely the one to do. It took me so little time to film, to make it. It was really nice. It's not obviously the most amazing Barbie set, so we've still got some growing to do and some creativity to kind of get up to speed with this plate, but it was a nice little play around and just kind of seeing what we can do. So we've got one nail that is a nude, two nails that are a pale pink, and then two nails that I was trying to pick out like a Barbie pink shade from. So that's what we got going on off camera real quick. A second layer will be applied and cured, and then we can crack on with our nail art design. So on one of those pink nails, I've got my favourite fine pink glitter that I love sugaring with. We are actually kind of slowly running low of this glitter, which is crazy because I've got so many, and I would have never thought I was going to say that I'm running low on anything when it comes to that glitter drawer, but when you do fall in love with a glitter, you do end up using quite a lot of it, so that's one of those. So we're going to have to find ourselves very shortly a new favourite pink fine glitter, or just go shopping and we can do maybe a haul video from AliExpress or something. Now that is out of the lamp, we do have one French tip nail which we are going to do on the nude, and then we're going to use the pale pink to do the French tip part of the nail, and then using the brush from the bottle I will colour it in, and then off that will go into that for a cure, and I will do another layer off camera. It's a little bit sheer here and there, a little bit patchy, so it definitely needed a second coat. And the reason you want to go in with the light one is because in a moment we're going to use the darker shade of pink, the Barbie pink shade, to do some stripes on the French tip nail. So only on the French tip part you want to do some lines, so it's kind of up to you how thick of a line you want, how much of a space in between you want to do, up to you completely. I was just using my absolute favourite handy dandy nail art brush that I always use just to make my lines, but if you wanted a thinner line then obviously I'd go for a thinner brush and so on. And you want to do that, and I only did one coat. I was pretty happy with the coverage, so I didn't feel like I needed to do another coat. So now that that's in the lamp, we can work on the other two light pink nails. So for those, don't know if you remember, a little while ago I did Powerpuff nail art design. It was like a blue one, and we did this exact pattern and I loved the way it came out on that one. So I kind of wanted to do the same on this one too. So you basically want to start off with the middle part of the nail, and you want to pick a side. So for this nail specifically, we went for the left, and you want to keep just dragging out lines, and you want to make them kind of thicker as you go out, and then you want to colour it in, and you want to just keep repeating that. So this is what it's looking like so far, and you just want to continue it all the way down, and then you want to do the same on the second nail as well, but just obviously flip it around. So the idea is that in the centre you're going to have your Barbie, whatever it is that you're making, and then you want those two kind of to be going out from the side. I just remember when I did it on the Powerpuff nail, it looked so cool. I had the Powerpuff girl in the center, and then those two nails kind of, hugging that nail, and it looked really cool. I really liked it, so I thought I'll recreate on this one. I still loved the nail itself. I don't know, this Barbie set just wasn't doing it for me. I'm not mad at it, but I just feel like it's a little bit below my usual standards of what I give myself. So, but it is, I just felt like I still should film it and show you, just because I know not everyone is into these crazy, bright in your face kind of sets. Sometimes it is quite nice to have a bit more of a mellow, calm video, a bit more of, a little bit more of a fun, relaxing video rather than just like boom, bright colours, glitters, crystals, all of that in your face. So here's the second one, and I'm not being too careful, like I didn't count how many stripes I did on the other nail, and I'm just going with the flow, having a good time, just basically doing whatever kind of felt right, however thick I wanted it, just winging it really. You can't really tell because they're not identically next to each other, so no one's going to notice that maybe one of them has one extra line than the other. And again, I only did, I think if I remember correctly, just the one coat as well. I was pretty happy with the coverage. So after all that is done, I was looking through my glitter drawer, and I've got a lot of them depotted, but a couple I don't. So I was looking through the ones I don't have depotted, still in their like plastic baggies. And I came across these little stars that are kind of like jelly looking, like they're not super pigmented, but they're pink, and when you place it down, like they start to come to life and everything. So I wanted to include that in the video. So we've got 3 on the French tip, and we are also going to place a couple on those stripy nails as well on both of those. So I just sprinkled a couple of those on my table there, and I'm just going to pick it up with my ombre brush. And I am using just some base coat just to help get it into place and cure in place and everything. And then once it comes out the lamp, I always go in with a second coat of base coat just to help with the bumpiness and evenness. I have to admit though, those stars were pretty small, and I'm, working on quite large stiletto nails, so there wasn't really any corners or anything as much sticking out, but just my usual practice is to always just go in with another coat just for peace of mind and ease, especially if you want to or considering stamping later on top of something like that. Like, you definitely want to try and make the surface as smooth as possible, because you will be able to tell the bumpiness as you stamp onto it. So bear that in mind, because girls, honestly, I've done that way too many times where I just thought I would just cut a corner, not go with another coat, and then I do go ahead and stamp, and I just got the craziest of bumps, and it's just a nightmare. So I would absolutely avoid if possible. So here goes the second. That will be that one done. And we've got a very, very small fragment of stamping. Like, literally, I did not utilize this plate one bit. So we will definitely be doing a part 2 to Barbie nails. Probably not now. Probably not for a little while, because we are approaching Halloween. So, your girl's getting ready for some crazy Halloween sets. But definitely on the radar, and it will definitely be coming back. Absolutely. So on the Barbie nail, I've really liked the stars, and it said Barbie on there, so I had to double stamp that down. So we'll do that now, just clean the plate in between. And I was also considering, like, do I do it with the black? Do I do it with the white? I was already struggling with the set. It's so funny because I've got all the images in front of me. All I got to do is just pick the colour, pick where I'm going to place it, and just place it down. But sometimes it's crazy how you've got everything in front of you and you still can't just envision what you're going to do, how you're going to do it. It's just one of those. But here's that nail done, and then one more nail. That's it. That's literally all we're doing. At the top right hand side, there's the Barbie head, and it says Barbie beneath it too. Quite like that, and I thought that could look kind of cutesy as well. So we're going to pick it up and place it on the French tip nail at the top though, just above the French tip part, the smile line, so on the nude part. So here it goes, picking it up, and it will go ahead and be stamped in just a second. There we go, just that. And I kind of placed it quite high up because we will be placing a bow charm in a moment down on the smile line as well. So I needed a little bit of space there as well. So now we're just going to matte top coat all of these nails. Off that, we'll then go and stamp for a cure. And we're going to do some crystals and charms, but very simple today again. Like, I kept it really kind of mellow. And the matte top coat I'm using is from Vanillisa, just a nice quick one. It does the job, and that's what we kind of need at this stage or at this point. But if I was doing like actual client nails, I would not be using that top coat for sure. Like, it does it for nail art, but for like long-term wear, I don't know. But here goes the bow. So it's a really nice pale pink. I thought that would kind of fit quite nicely. And off that goes into lamp for a cure. Now, last but not least, those line star nails. In between the stars, I'm going to place some ABs. If you wanted to, you could do opal, to be honest. Or even like pink crystals, really. But, ABs just always work. It's just such a go-to and such a staple and just such an easy crystal to have. Like, if there were to be any crystals that you want to invest your money into or want to have, ABs, absolutely my absolute favorite. And I will always be picking up ABs no matter what. And even like when I do use colored crystals or charms or anything, I always seem to also include ABs into that placement. So it's for me anyway, such a must. And I don't use like real ABs or anything. Like, these are just AliExpress. Like, it's just for nail art, just to show and have some fun. So, I don't have to waste any raw crystals. But here that goes. Off that goes into the lamp. And here are the final results. If you guys liked it, if you did, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And I would love to see you all in my next video. Bye guys.